Good afternoon, friends at Good Shepherd United Church of Christ and One United Church of Christ. It's Pastors Becky and Matt, and we're back with another exciting episode of Dear Revs.
So today's question was about the absence of night in eternity and the afterlife. In particular, the questioner was concerned about the absence of stars in the afterlife and eternity because they really like looking up at the stars.
And that is a wonderful thing to do, whether it's a winter's night and the stars are bright and clear, whether it's a beautiful summer or maybe spring evening like we'll have later this week. You can go out and lay in a blanket and look up at the sky, something that we really enjoy doing. And something I geek out about is looking at the stars through other things. This year is the 30th anniversary of the Hubble Space Telescope. And if you haven't seen already, NASA has images up for every day of the year, so you can find a picture Hubble has taken on your birthday. And while it's not our birthday today, here is a picture, let's see if I can get it, from May 13th, 2002. The picture is a little bit blurrier than Hubble's usual images, and that probably is because it's an image of 4 galaxies colliding 1 billion light years from Earth. So whether you like looking at the stars through the lens of something in space or on the ground, it is a beautiful thing to do and a great question.
So part of the source of this question comes from the end of the book of Revelation. In chapter 21 and 22, the writer is envisioning the new heaven and the new earth and the new Jerusalem and the new Garden of Eden. And in those places, the writer stresses several times that there is no source of light outside of God. And we may wonder about that, and I think it's important for us to keep in our minds that Revelation is written in a lot of imagery and metaphor, and it's done so because the writer's trying to explain some really deep spiritual matters, and those can be hard for us to understand, especially as we're reading the Bible. So the writer uses images that would connect with his audience. And one of the images that he really concerns himself with is the image of darkness. Now, in the ancient world, darkness was a scary time. They didn't have a lot of artificial light like we do now. So at night, especially if it was a cloudy night, it was scary. You could be attacked by an enemy or attacked by a predator. And also in the Bible, darkness is shorthand for a state of sinfulness. So really what we think the writer is getting out here is that the afterlife and heaven and this new Jerusalem and new Eden are places without fear and places without sin. And I think those are the important messages that the writer's trying to convey to us. So if your image of eternity, your image of happiness and perfection involves staring at the stars, we believe that, there will be that option in eternity that you'll be able to stare at the stars from heaven.
And if you're like my mother and wonder why there are so many stars in space, why there's so much space and we're the only life that we know of, and why did God create all this just for us? Hasn't there got to be other life? Well, you can join us for the conversation tonight where we might talk extraterrestrials, but we will definitely continue talking about the book of Revelation and imagery and metaphor and all things space. So join us on Zoom from 7 to 7:30. That information was sent out via email to both congregations. If for some reason you've deleted your church email or just can't find the link to Zoom, contact us and we'll be happy to send it your way. Also, going forward after this Wednesday, we will continue to record videos of Dear Revs. We will talk about faith, we'll talk about cooking, we'll talk about gardening, whatever we can think of, looking for the inspiration of every day. So please continue to send us your questions, your comments, your wonderings, things that you're up to, things that you'd like us to talk with you about.
Whatever topic you're curious about.
But after today, we will finish with the Zoom conversations and just do video only. So we hope to see you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for watching over these weeks. It's been great to connect with you all. Take care and be well, friends.
Goodbye and God bless.